have a seat here and here. Hi, welcome to peer mediation. My name is Ulila. This is John, and we'll be your peer mediators today. I'd like to thank you for trying peer mediation. So this process is confidential and voluntary, and it works best if you just open up and tell us everything. John will give the ground rules.
Okay, so the ground rules are as follow. There are no name calling, no swearing, no interrupting each other, no fighting, and no threatening. If any illegal or life-threatening information is provided to us, we have to tell the school officials, and they will deal with it.
Do you both understand these ground rules? Can I get a verbal answer, please?
Yeah.
I guess.
And do you agree to follow them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. So the way this works is that we'll have a joint session together and let each of you share your side of the story. We'll meet for a bit and then have individual sessions with each of you where you can explain more, and if anything needs to be kept confidential from each other, that's where you can disclose that information. And then we'll meet back together and we'll try to come up with a solution. You folks will put your heads together to try to determine a solution that works for both of you.
So our role as mediators are not to judge you guys. We don't come up with any solutions for you guys. You guys will put your heads together and do that yourselves.
So we will be taking notes during the session. However, at the end, they will be destroyed as this session is completely confidential. So, who would like to go first?
I guess I can go first.
All right.
Okay, so we have this project worth 50% of our grade, and all of like our parents and stuff can come, and my dad is specifically visiting so that he can see this, and I just really think we're not gonna get this done. Like, I feel like he's never ever doing anything, and he never like worked really hard, and I want to get this done, you know, because I want like my dad to be proud of me, and I want to get like that A and stuff. But if we don't do anything, how are we gonna like get any grades, right?
Okay, so what you're saying is that you want to impress your dad because he's visiting you.
Yeah. Like, I feel like he like lives somewhere else, so of course if he comes down, I want him to be like, wow, this is a good project. But if he can't even see a project, how can he say that?
All right, Bobby, would you like to give your side?
Sure. Well, the thing is, I've been working with Amy for this project for a couple weeks now. And the thing about her is that like she likes to finish the work super, super quickly, but it's like very bad. Like it's not like a good grade quality. So like we kind of divided up the work equally between each other. And I've seen the work that she did, and it's super low quality.
Okay, at least I got my work done.
Amy, no interrupting, please.
Okay.
And it's like super low quality, and it looks like she just like rushed it. Like she did it like the night before because she wants to just get it over with to like, you know, impress somebody, I guess. But the thing is, like with me, it's like I take my time to do things, but they're quality things. They're gonna be the things that when the judges come and like look at our project, they're gonna be like, wow, this is A work, you know, like instead of what she's been doing. So honestly, I feel like if anyone's not cooperating enough in this project, it's her.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're gonna have our own joint meeting between the two of us, and we're gonna take you guys out and separate you guys, and we're gonna call you guys in individually for your own sessions.
So it seems like both Bobby and Amy actually are really invested in this project and they
Yeah.
want to get things done. It's just they have different ways of going about doing that.
Mm-hmm. I think, like Bobby said, Amy really wants to get it done fast,
Yeah.
but she just wants to impress her dad who is coming, and it's kind of short notice, I guess, for her.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Bobby just wants it to be done perfectly because he does everything else just as perfectly.
Mhm.
So they're having opposing views on how to finish the project.
Mm-hmm. And I think we definitely need to ask them if there's been any history or how they
Yeah.
feel towards each other, if they've been friends ever, that
Yeah.
sort of a thing.
Okay.
All right. All right, so Amy, if you would like to just elaborate a little bit more on your side of things now that you've heard Bobby.
Well, like how he said it didn't like do anything right, like at least I was doing something. Like he never does anything. I'd be texting him and be like, oh, are you gonna work on the project today? And he'd be like, oh no, I can't, sorry, like, cause he's too busy or something. And I don't really understand that. And the teachers told us, like, if we don't have everything in, she's not even gonna grade us, she's just gonna fail us, right? And it's kind of due in a week, so if he doesn't do anything, then I don't understand how he expects to get an A. Even if it's not quality work, we're not gonna get any grade. I'd rather get like, you know, like a B or something, rather than like just not doing anything and getting like a straight up 0.
So I hear that you're saying you feel like he's not doing what he should be doing in order to actually finish the project because that's your primary concern right now?
Yeah, exactly. Like, how does he expect to get a good grade if he doesn't even finish it, you know?
I see. So how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like, I don't know, it kind of makes me feel like he's kind of just like whatever, like this is like his last priority. And it's like it's a big project to me, it's a big deal, and I don't feel like he's putting in as much effort as I am, and yeah.
So you're feeling kind of taken advantage of?
Yeah, I guess.
So we just wanted to ask you whether there has been any history with Bobby, if you've ever been friends before.
No, not really. I kind of like just started talking to him when we started this project. You know, before Bobby was just some guy who walked around and I saw him like, and he was like my classmate. But now it's kind of more like I have to work with him, and it's really frustrating.
I see. So there hasn't been any tension prior to this
No.
project? Okay, good to know. So what we have here is this blue sheet. It's just 3 questions for you to think about, and we want you to give your most honest opinion. How would you like to see this problem solved? What would you like to see Bobby do to make this happen? And then what are you willing to do?
Okay.
So we're going to take you outside and do this.
Thank you.
And is there anything before we do that you would like to keep confidential from Bobby?
No, it's fine. You can tell him whenever.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you can tell us your side of the story now.
Okay, well, like I said before when we were with her, it's like she doesn't do any of the work. Like she does it, but it's super rushed. It's like not even like grade worthy. Like even if we were to do the project like how she would want it, the teacher would look at it and be like, wow, that's really like not quality, you're gonna get an F. So I'd rather take the time to actually like perfect the work instead of her just like, oh, let's get it done and make it be super bad.
Okay, so you feel that she isn't trying as hard on this project as you are then?
Yeah, and the thing about it is like she'll text me like on Friday night and she'll be like, oh, are you working on the project? But the thing is like I have like a full-time job because like my parents are going through really hard times, and so I'm like working all the time, and when she texts me it's like that's exactly when I'm working. So I'm telling her like, no, I'm not doing the project. But so the thing is like when I go home from work like at around like 10 or 11, that's like when I start doing the project. So but like probably by then she'll be asleep. So the times that she texts me if I'm doing the project, I'm at work, I'm busy. Like of course this project is my priority, but I have other things that I need to do that like are gonna help me like survive. So I need to do those things first. She just doesn't really understand that.
So you're feeling pressured and a little busy because of all the work that you have to do, and you don't think she's contributing enough to your project.
Yeah, and like, not to be like rude or anything to her, but I've like talked to some of my friends about it, and they said that people don't really like working with her on projects because she just rushes through everything, so it's really sad.
So you're feeling sad about the fact that she doesn't work as hard as you would on the project.
Yeah, and she just wants to rush everything, and it's like, I'm not that type of person. Like, I don't like rush through things like that. It's just so rude.
Okay. So now we're gonna have you answer these questions, and it's gonna be for us to understand more about your problems. And we're gonna have you answer the questions like, how would you see this problem solved? What would you like to see happen to make it better, I guess, to solve the problem? And what are you willing to do to make that problem disappear?
Okay.
So do you want to keep any of this confidential from Amy?
Well, like, I don't want you to tell her like what other people are saying about her, because I'm just a really nice person and I don't want her to feel like she's a bad person, you know?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you guys for sharing your sides of the story. Now I'd like to ask each of you to contribute what you have written down to come up with something that can draw this to a close. Amy?
So I said for the first question that I want for this problem to be solved first to like just be able to get it done with, and I think like if we just talk about how we would want it to get done, then maybe we wouldn't argue as much.
Okay.
I said that we should maybe like distribute our time better and like really talk about what type of quality we want to see and like how fast and how much time we should be spending on it.
All right. So it seems like you both really are invested in the project and you want to get it done and get a good grade. So let's move on to the second question.
So Amy, what would you like to see Bobby do to make your solution happen?
Well, I think that he just needs to like spend more time on it. Like if he just tells me when he's gonna work on it, then I guess like I can know at least that he's doing something and I don't feel like he's just not. Cause I feel like he is doing something, but I want to know when so that I know for me that he's not just slacking. Cause I've had partners who slacked before.
So Amy, it sounds like you just need more clarification and more information to actually have a clear mindset of what's happening.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. Bobby, does that register for you?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I could do that. I can definitely text her when I'm working on the project and like how much I'm getting done.
All right. Now let's move on to the last question, which is how are each of you willing to contribute to this?
I'm willing to like text her when I'm doing the project and how much of it I'm getting done and like really like do like clear communication with her.
And I'm willing to like take my time and not like rush so much. I guess now that I know that he's actually doing his side, I don't feel like I have to do the whole thing, so I don't feel like I have to rush it. So I guess I'll like try to spend more time on the parts that I'm supposed to do and just to get my stuff done and make it good quality.
So according to what you guys have said in this session, in both sessions, we've written down important things you've said and come up with this agreement. I'd like you to go over it and see if it has everything that you've said and that you'd like to see happen in the future, and then we'll get you to sign it. So from what we've heard you discuss, we've compiled this agreement, and this is everything that you've said to us. And we'd just like you to go over it and make sure that this works for both of you. So for Bobby, what you've said is that you will promise to text Amy whenever you're available and she's available, so not while you're working, so that you can collaborate and get the project done in a timely manner.
Yes.
Does that work? And for Amy's side of the project, what you said you would be willing to contribute is more details to the project so that you can both meet your contribution efforts equally.
Yeah.
So this is the agreement that you guys came up with. I'd like you both to read it, and if you agree with it, please sign at the bottom.
Okay. I want you guys to remember that this is all confidential, and if any of your friends ask you what happened, you cannot tell them. And if anything else becomes awkward in the future and you guys have more troubles, we're gonna have a follow-up session with you guys, if you guys are willing enough to do it.
And also, anything else that has stayed in this room, that's said in this room stays here, and we can't say anything about it either.
Okay.
And so here are your notes, and I'm gonna rip them up now.
So do you folks have any questions about any of this?
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you for trying mediation. We hope it was a success for both of you.